I've partially disassembled the Tribrid Alternative fishing reel from McCord Rotary Devices, so I can give you a better idea how it works. We're making the reel so it can be totally disassembled, so you can service it. The spools are all completely symmetrical, and we have this particular spool is a large arbor spool. We also have a medium and a standard arbor spool. You can use these spools to do any type of fishing. So you can use this for fly fishing, trolling, and spin casting. The spools turn on twin ball bearings, so they turn extremely smoothly. We also have an on-off clicker on the reel so you can free spool. So now the clicker's on, but to disengage the clicker, you move it up and over, and the spool can turn freely. We did this so you can fish quietly with the reel, or when you troll, you're going to need to be able to free spool to let your line out, and also maybe if you're fly fishing in a river and want to let your line run with the current, you might want to be able to free spool. But you can see the spool turns very, very freely. We also have this line guide that's removable. The line guide's on when you're trolling and fly fishing, but you take it off so you can spin cast with the reel. So we'll take that off and we'll take this spool off. Comes off pretty easily, and then we'll put on our spin fishing spool. We'll note how the line goes out. It has to go out the proper way. It goes out around this way. So it's a hex shape, and you have a hex shape that goes over that, and it clicks into place like that. And then this is for right hand use. If we wanted to go with left hand use, we rotate it 180 degrees, and we take the spool off and reverse it to get the line going out the right way again. So anyhow, we'll stick with our right-handed use. So for what we were doing. So now we got it righty again, and moving right along here, we'll put our handle on. The way we did this, we have it so you can stow everything that's for the handle, for the drag assembly goes right in there. And a lot of times, if you're lucky, it'll line up and go right on there. Well, it's going on there pretty good that time. Sometimes you might have to do a little alignment. Then we'll put our drag nut on, and this is when you tighten this. The purpose of this is to tighten down to compress this spring for the drag, and that in turn presses down on the carbon fiber washers and puts pressure on the spool. It's a very smooth, extremely smooth drag. Even when you turn it on, it's still no problem. If you need to crank it, there's no problem. Cranking, you have to use a little more effort, of course, but it'll keep the handle from wildly turning in the opposite direction. So then the last thing you do is you put the end screw in. I usually start that by hand. It goes in, as you can see, pretty easily. And then finish that off with a screwdriver. I usually use this little stubby screwdriver to keep it from skating across the surface of the reel and scratching anything. So now you've got the reel configured for spin fishing. You want to cast, you just rotate the reel this way, hold the line in your index finger and cast it out. To retrieve, you just put it back in the retrieve position, and you're ready to go. You would have the clicker engaged in this situation. I didn't re-engage it, but you don't really need it off when you go spin fishing, so you just put it back. I lifted it up and over before. Now you reverse it and put it back. Now you've got the clicker engaged. So that hopefully that gives you a little better idea how the Tribrid works. If you're interested in ordering a reel, you can contact me and give me your details. You'll be sure to get an order, a reel from our first production run of reels. If you'd like to discuss the reel or have any questions, we're always interested in hearing from you, and we always welcome and appreciate your participation in our project. So I think that's pretty much all I had to go over with you all on this video, so I'll sign off now and say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching.